Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles, a great millstone, and peace and salutation to the hopeful members of the elect, the Becharim, the house of David, that's been preordained, predestined to get delivered in these last times and to be the ruling governing body of the nation, Ayash Allah. Hey, the Lord is getting you Jakes out there. This is from NBC LA, longtime leader of Rollin 60s gang, sought in federal investigation. They cracked down on the Rollin 60 Crips. The Lord is cracking down on you Jakes, because black culture is death culture. You see it in the music. It promotes death, murder, doing drugs, committing adultery, envy, making money your idol, and gangbanging. That destroys our people as well. Again, murder, drugs involved, turning our women into harlots. Okay. And if you're from California, the West Coast, gangbanging is a prominent culture out here. You see? So everyone has an affiliated family member. All right, but all that leads to death, man. Okay, all that leads to death. And I'm glad the Lord is cracking down on you ninjas. All right, but let's play this.
Right now at 11, a big announcement from federal authorities about the Rollin 60s neighborhood Crips gang in South LA. Detectives have arrested multiple people, and this morning, they're still looking for others. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sedano. Let's get right to it. We have live team coverage of this breaking news. NBC4's Michelle Vyas is in Westwood with more on the arrest. But let's get started with Alex Rozier. He was at that press conference and joins us live from downtown LA. Alex.
Yeah, they talked a lot about a number of people in this press conference, but the main focus was on a man named Eugene Henley. The feds say he committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the murder of a rapper in 2021. But this same man, Eugene Henley, is known throughout the Los Angeles community. He's been involved with work including youth charities, and the feds say he did it all to further his own criminal enterprise.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, developing options, which purports to help at youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Eugene Henley, now considered a wanted fugitive. In the past, he's produced TV series. He has nearly 300,000 followers on Instagram, and he ran this charity. The feds say the charity received donations from celebrities, even government agencies, for what was described as charitable work. But the feds say he was still very involved in a much larger crime ring, and it wasn't just Henley that they're looking for. They've already made several arrests in connection with his alleged crimes. 4 people named in the criminal complaint are already in custody. The details of the alleged crimes were just released in dozens of pages of court documents that we are about to go through here. But the big headline right now is that Eugene Henley, a longtime self-proclaimed community activist, is now a fugitive. The FBI, among other agencies, looking for him and several other people involved in a much wider-ranging crime ring. We'll have details much later today on the NBC4 News beginning at 3 o'clock. But for now, reporting live, I'm Alex Rozier, NBC4 News.
Alex, thank you very much for that update. We're looking forward to it. All right, so let's go to NBC4's Michelle Vaya. She's live at the federal building in Westwood where the defendants will be processed. Michelle.
That's right. Annabelle, good morning. Right behind me, we have FBI agents and members of the Department of Justice here. This is where some of the members, the gang members from the Crips, were brought to be processed. We just saw likely one of them being driven away, who will likely be in court this afternoon. This is a big day. This is where they're processed. Many of them still need to be processed to face those federal charges. A big day, but big agents need the Big Get, a.k.a. Big U, Eugene Henley, now a fugitive. They think he's somewhere in Southern California, a self-proclaimed philanthropist and ringleader of the Rolling 60s Crip gang. Here's more on the arrest from Special Agent in charge.
And allegedly he made a video announcing he was going to give himself up. And I'm glad the Lord is getting these niggas, man. Call Yahweh Bashimashah. And this is Jeremiah 4 verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me, they are satish. Children, satish meaning stupid. And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have have no knowledge, right? They have no knowledge at all. They're wise to do evil. In the comments you're seeing, I keep seeing No Jumper, Whack 100. Because those platforms, all they do is dry snitching on themselves. You know, that platform is a wicked, satanic platform. And you have Israelites like Alazar and Captain Tazaria going on there, rubbing elbows with those wicked individuals. All right. Be not yokely. What's that scripture? That how's it go? What's that first? Be not I'll just get it. I don't want to butcher it. Let's see. 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter. Unequally yoked. Hold on. Unequally yoked. Let me just type it in. No, 2 Corinthians. Yes, 2nd. That's what it was. Right. 2 Corinthians 6, verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? And they go on those platforms, rubbing elbows. All right. They're a bunch of wicked, satanic people. All right. But Jake want to use it as an excuse to push the ministry. All right. Push Yasha Allah. You know, we see right through that shit, man. They really want clout. Okay. But be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. All right. Forget those individuals. That's a wicked, satanic platform. This guy Adam 22 is a cuck. He watches his wife, and he allows his wife to get smashed by another individual, another man. And he has 3 sons with his wife, with another man involved. And all they do on that platform is promote gang talk, gang life. If you watch that shit, got that dude 4 Extra. So Jake playing, man. Jake, hey, but you see Jake is cracking down on. Hey, you see you see the Most High cracking down on Jake and his truth. You see what happened to Alazar. The Lord's gonna get rid of that other camp on the that came on the rise, Sega Genesis. All right, with Deacon Akkad and Assad. All right, and you see the Lord cracking down on Jake. That's not in this truth. You see.
For the 19 defendants, were already in custody, and 10 defendants were taken into custody in the last 24 hours. And while we're still seeking the whereabouts of 5 individuals, 3 of whom we believe we will have in custody shortly, 2 defendants are considered fugitives. They are Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U, and Brian Mejia.
Big U, the Crip leader turned gang interventionist, ran mafia-like enterprises, according to the feds. Developing Options was his nonprofit charity that was touted as helping gang members get out of the gang life. As we look live here, again, this is the federal building. You see the tents, you see the agents. This is where some of those defendants, innocent until proven guilty, were brought here for processing. Some still need to be processed and make their way to court. Big U looking at extensive federal charges, including the...
Yeah, hey, call it y'all, bust one shot. Man, I can see Charleston White. He's about to have a field day with this shit. But I'm glad the Lord's getting rid of you niggas, man. All right, you know, bye bye. You know, and Big U, you can just, if you watch that guy, you can tell that's a nigga you just don't trust. You can tell that's just a dude you just don't trust, an envious, wicked individual. That gangbanging is dead. It's not how it used to be. It was intended to protect the neighborhoods. Esau infiltrated, and then you see what it's made of today. Nothing but degeneracy, murder, women being harlots, drugs, all right, drug related, you know. But yeah, we definitely seen the end of you niggas. All right, it's your downfall. All these rappers getting smoked, these gangs getting locked up. Because the East Coast, same thing. I believe it was somewhere like in the Bronx, somewhere in Brooklyn. You know, I forgot what borough, but it was like a lot of gang members. All right, and then prior to that, 6ix9ine, that whole incident. Now you have on the West Coast, because Rolling 60, I think that's like one of the biggest, group of gangs. So, yeah, I just want to make this quick little video. All right. So on to the next one. Shalom.